Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully you subscribe and support this channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your continued support, and hopefully you like this new idea that I'm hoping to continue. As you guys can see, I have a journal here, and before I get going with what's inside, I just want to give some really quick background so that this video makes sense. Now, what this video is going to be is an intro, or I guess a flip through my personal bullet journal. If you have never heard about bullet journaling, it's practically a concept that was created by a digital product designer named Ryder Carroll. And he basically took what we know as a normal planner and a freestyle journal and kind of made them into one. And I'll kind of show you guys an example just so it can make a little bit more sense. Okay, now this is a traditional planner. This is a Moleskine. It's a simple planner. I think it's a weekly type of layout. And as you guys can see, and here's a little bit of a monthly, but I haven't been using it, and it's just because this type of layout can feel very restricted. Like, you must write in this area of your weekly, and then you only have like one line page in between to do your notes. So even though I love the way that this looked and I love the size and everything about it, I just never used it. Now this is a traditional journal. It's a smaller one, and this was one that I used for school and kind of my planning to return to school. And this kind of goes over some loan basics that I was writing out. As you guys can see, as a note taker, I like to doodle and kind of do my own layouts, and in that planner that you just saw, I wouldn't be able to do things like this. This journal, it's kind of hard to also have a calendar. So that's where the bullet journal comes in. This combines pretty much both into one. And the cool thing about the bullet journal is that it's yours. You can add pictures to it, you can doodle, or you can keep it very plain and only draw out your squares and your layouts and leave it just like that with no color. So I'm going to show you guys what I've started to do with mine, and hopefully you enjoy this flip through. Now, this is, of course, is the if lost or stolen page. I haven't written my address or anything in there because I feel like if they find my bullet journal, they will like know everything about my life, my daily movements, and then they'll also have my address. This part just kind of creeps me out, so I haven't figured out what I want to put here, but I would like for it to come back to me if it's lost. Maybe I'll put my email. I always skip a page. I don't know why I do that. Now, this first page, when I was first getting started, I was just so nervous to actually start my bullet journal because I was worried about messing up or what if it doesn't look good. And so I started out with a quote and just a little doodle to kind of, get me going. And it says, "A little magic can take you a long way." And this quote is by Roald Dahl. He's one of my favorite authors from my childhood. And so I figured it was a good way to get started, on a positive note anyway. And this is the index. Now, in the original bullet journal concept, the index is basically like it's like an index, a book index. It kind of tells you what's in your bullet journal. So just in case you decide to flip back one day, you're able to just see like, okay, it's on what page? Let me go to that page. And most people will number the bottom of their bullet journal. As you can see, I haven't done that because I haven't made up my mind if I want to keep up with an index. I just don't know if I'm really going to use it much. I just wanted to follow with the bullet journal traditions and template. We'll see. Now this is a key, and as you can see, I put a little DJ Khaled down here because, it's a major key. Like, I love this page. I thought it was funny. The key is basically a reference tool for you to go back and see what your symbols and signs mean. The bullet journal original, I'll show you guys here on the screen. It basically has a bullet for the task. It has an X through it if you complete the task, and then it has an arrow if you've migrated it. I decided to go with a little bit of a different feel. I like a box. It's just, it feels better to cross out a box. I can't explain it. So my task, an open box. Completed, of course, is an X. Migrate, I still use the arrow. And I decided to add this in, which is started or in progress. I put a /, which means, at least started the project, but I may not finish it that day or whatever. This box is just empty because I don't know what to put here just yet. It's still a work in progress. I have a bullet point for my notes, or I guess events. And then I have this little, I don't know, clock, I guess you can say, and that's for time sensitive stuff, like tasks that I have to get done that day that I really shouldn't be migrating or putting off. And of course I want to leave space to add more to my key, but we'll see how it goes. This I think is a common thing in the bullet journaling world because you want to kind of keep your layout intact and have things in order, but I still haven't done my year at a glance. I started this bullet journal in like late August, September, and I just didn't see the point in doing this for only a few more months, but maybe I will. Blank pages. You will see this throughout my bullet journal. It's kind of on purpose because I always feel like I may have to go back and fill something in, or I may make a mistake and I may want to cover up a page or take a page out. I'm very OCD about like mistakes and scribbles everywhere, so I like to leave these as like safe precaution. I know that's really weird. This is something that's also very common in the bullet journaling world, I guess. I call it like fancy bullet journaling because a regular bullet journal is quite simple. But these are my books to read, and here are some that I'm planning on reading right now, and one I'm actually currently reading. More blank space. More blank space. And now this is my September at a glance. I wanted to find a way to put all my goals on one page rather than throughout, you know, the different days or weeks or my weekly spreads, just so I can kind of have it in one place and mark them off and, you know, feel good about completing them. So here I put YouTube, and these are just videos that I need to complete. You guys can see here I have intro to bujo, you know, bullet journal. So as soon as I finish this video and post it, I'll be sure to X that out. And then I want to do office school supplies. I know school has already started, but I had some good ideas and I want to do them. Then over here I have fitness. Now, even though fitness is not revolving around weight and what you weigh, because, you know, muscle and fat and all that, I felt like this was the simplest way to list my weight out without doing like arm measurements, you know, hip measurements. I feel like that's a lot and the page can get very crowded. So I just put the date and then weigh in. As you guys can see, I forgot to weigh myself in on the 17th. So I'll have to like adjust that and then do my weigh in. This is what it looks like so far, and we'll see where this page goes. I'm not sure if I'll use it, but I'll try. Then here you have what people in the bujo world call a monthly spread. And it's basically the same thing that I showed you in the planner. It's just your month spread out. But the cool thing about the bullet journal is you can design it however you want. Some people do across this direction. Some people will turn the bullet journal and do it this way. I'll show you some examples of monthly spreads. And a lot of these are very unique, and you can see everyone kind of does their own thing. So don't feel limited, and always remember to use like a pencil and an eraser just in case you make mistakes. You can just do your layout first and then write over it with the pen. And I'll go into more detail with that if you guys want to see that in a separate video, like what supplies I use or, you know, how I do a layout. Here is September. As you guys can see, I chose like coffee and cappuccino and Starbucks because I figured that's like what everyone relates September with for some reason, is coffee and lattes, but thought that was cute. And then I put stop wishing and start doing. I like putting quotes throughout my bullet journal, kind of like for inspiration. I'm deciding if I want to keep using a monthly spread or if I want to just stick to doing daily or weekly. We'll see how this goes. Then you guys can see here that I have a habit tracker, and this is also something that's very popular in the fancy bullet journal world. But as you can see, I'm a procrastinator, and I totally failed on this page. Like, look at this. Look at all this empty space. Part of it was because I started my bullet journal pretty late, and I didn't have time to actually go through these, and I was hesitant on making this because I was worried about it, like, being messed up or something. But now I did a dotted line here, and I have a little note that says, okay, I suck, fresh slate or nah. So I'm going to start over, and hopefully I can continue out September on a high note with X's all over. But the habit tracker is just a way to keep track of, you know, good habits, like drinking water, stretching, working out, meditating, things like that. Hopefully it really does help me to develop better habits. And here, this is kind of a unique page that I started called Discovering NYC. I'm still kind of, you know, finishing the layout and seeing how I want to do this. But since moving to New York and, you know, making this channel surrounded about, you know, She Meets City, I decided to do a page about discovering new places in New York. Dustin and I can be hermits sometimes, so I want to force myself to go out and try new things. So that's what this page is centered around. Then you have my first weekly spread, and I was so excited to do this page. I did make a little mess up here, but then it kind of worked out. I don't know. But I combined these 2 days here on purpose because I started on the 3rd, and so I didn't see a point in putting an entire box. But it goes from the 3rd to the 10th down here. I decided to do my weather spread here at the bottom, and I know that you can get on your phone or get on Yahoo and find the weather. It's just something I like to put in my bullet journal if I want to plan like an outfit or a lookbook, then I guess I can have it here. It's just I like it this way, and I like to draw, so it doesn't bother me. Here you can see I pre-ordered my iPhone. I don't know about you guys, but I did not watch the time zone, and so I was like, oh, midnight, I can stay up till midnight. No, it ended up being 3 a.m., and we just had to sit there and keep refreshing the page. It was a hot mess. Don't do that. And you can see I put another quote here, time is a precious thing, never waste it, and that was by Gene Wilder. He did pass during this time, but I decided to give him a little tribute in here. And this is called my waiting on section. I got this inspiration from Boho Berry. It just kind of tells you about things that you're waiting on in the mail so that you don't miss your packages. I've had packages stolen, unfortunately, so I like to keep up with them. Then I have another weekly spread, the 11th through the 17th. And here you guys can see I got a little bit more confident on my spread. So now I'm putting my weather inside the actual boxes. I also got that inspiration from Boho Berry. And I like that layout. And I just also want to show you guys a few of layouts that I found online that might be inspirational. I'll stick them in here. And as you guys can see, layouts are very different. Definitely scroll through Instagram and YouTube and find some ideas. Don't feel limited to just doing squares all the time, but this is what I'm comfortable with right now. And here I have another quote that says, strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. And that was by Napoleon Hill. Just a little positive reinforcement every week. And so as you guys can see, I had a shoot and then I had a barbecue day with some friends. Task is done, that's done. I didn't have a chance to update my blog on Saturday, so what I should have done is put a arrow in here to migrate the task. So that just kind of shows you guys. And then here are some other things that I had to migrate as well into the next week. This page was a total fail. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, guys, and you get spreads like this. I started writing it, but it was late, and we kind of had the lights low, and I was watching Mr. Robot, and this just kind of looks like shit. So ignore this. And then here is my current spread for the week that we're going into. And up here I have dreams don't work unless you do. I wasn't sure who came up with that, so I just left it that way. But again, I have my little Starbucks, my coffee everywhere because coffee is life. And bae, I got some snacks. But again, you see my layouts are slowly progressing and becoming a little bit more unique and different. But I really have fun doing these. I know you guys are probably looking at these layouts and thinking like, this girl is nuts. Obviously took a long time. Why would she do this? Why not just buy a planner? And it's just because I enjoy doodling. I think it's like a stress reliever, and I do love art. I love drawing, so I enjoy it. But to each its own. You can do it as complicated or as simple as you want. That's the great thing about bullet journaling, is that it is customizable. Don't feel pressure to do all this if you're not someone that likes to draw or use color. Now, you guys can see that I use all different types of tools like colored pencils and markers. If you guys want to see what tools I use to get my bullet journal going, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section, and I will continue to do these. And that is basically the last page because I need to do my new week layout, I guess, for the week following on these pages here. So I'll probably do that tonight while I catch up on some of my shows and settle in for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed my bullet journal. Obviously, everyone's bullet journal is going to look different, but I figured I would show you guys what mine looks like. And if you guys enjoy it, hopefully I can do a weekly spread or monthly spread video if you're interested in those. I personally love watching them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, of course, to support and make it easily searchable by other people on YouTube. And if you are not subscribed, make sure to do so below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!